So yeah, I guess we'll
Fucking thing sucks! We'll do it live.
Cruising whiskey. Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising whiskey. Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising whiskey.
All right. Welcome back to another amazing podcast adventure, Cruising with Steak, and we got episode
69, dudes!
Here we are. I got my main squeeze, James Cruz here.
What's happening?
What's up? I got my
Fuck me hard.
and I got my other main squeeze, Mr. Jerry Cthulhu here.
Yo, yo, yo.
And yeah, it's episode 69, guys. We made it.
We're doing a three-way 69.
Three-way sets, exactly. Somebody's eating ass, and that's all that's going on.
That's called the Tesla. It's the 369.
Oh, I like that. So, in honor of episode 69, let's just get filthy. I want to kind of dig into the history of pornography. We'll share some anecdotes, maybe read a little Bigfoot erotica. Things.
From the new congressman.
Oh, dude, no, but I have a really good snippet from what's this lady's name? It's called "Come for Bigfoot." Virginia Wade. I got a nice snippet.
I've got a snippet of the Congress guy. I forgot his name. Hathaway or Halloway?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, he won.
Yeah.
So shouts out to that guy.
The Democrats have, stolen those ballots.
And you can't even I was honestly trying to look for Bigfoot erotica by Googling it, and literally the first 2 pages were nothing about that congressman getting elected. And I'm like, no, I want real erotica to read here. What's going on? It's just a disaster. But yeah, so how you guys doing? How's things?
Good.
Yeah, man, not bad at all. Just
Where's the rest of the crew tonight?
Oh, dude, everybody's gonna be late. Felix is gonna show up a little later. Sean Shameless said he may show up later. So, yeah, I'm sure people will be straggling in.
That dude's name was Riggleman. That's a fake.
Riggleman. Yeah, that can't be real. And who was the chick that he beat? Something like Strongcock or something was her name, or like hard dick or something. Cockburn. There you go.
Leslie Cockburn.
Yeah, it's not even real. We're in a simulation. None of this can be real. Just a bunch of nonsense.
Apparently, Denver Riggleman's running mate, Corey Stewart. No. Denver Riggleman was caught on camera campaigning with a white supremacist.
Oh, of course.
Now he has been exposed as a devotee of Bigfoot erotica. That's a bad thing.
Yeah, man. It's just Bigfoot erotica. Holy crap, we just jumped up to 17 listeners on the stream. Welcome to the show, guys.
you can't go wrong with all the talk of Bigfoot erotica so far.
Yeah, it just dropped back down. Never mind.
His book's called Bigfoot and the Bridesmaid: Sex with Bigfoot.
Very interesting.
Apparently, it's under a pen name.
Man,
called Hot and Wet.
Hot and best pen name ever.
Yes.
Oh man. So let's I'm gonna kick it off here, guys. So we're gonna do a little historical rundown of the history of pornography, because basically since man has existed, porn has existed, and the very first
there were rock carvings in Egypt of phalluses.
Well, here's this. German hunter-gatherers sculpted, this was in 5200 BCE. German hunter-gatherers sculpted a statue of a man and woman having sexual intercourse many thousands of years ago. Archaeologists called its location the world's oldest porn site when they discovered it in 2005. So that's 5,200 years ago. That's a pretty long time ago. Actually, no, it's like 7,000 years ago.
Yeah, good.
Good save.
When was Egypt? When was that? When did that whole thing go down?
Wasn't Egypt was more like
I remember 10,000 BC.
10,000? I don't know. Let's consult the book of knowledge. It really does. Ancient Egypt.
I'm trying to determine if it was before or after that story.
I think it would have been
3100
Yep,
BC.
3100 BC, so this is pre-Egyptian. In Germany. They were sculpting people banging.
That's bullshit. Where did they come up with these years?
Yeah, probably carbon dating or something. I don't know.
Oh,
but how accurate is that even?
I don't know. I don't know I don't follow it. I don't know what people think about the age. I know that there's that guy Shock who says it's.
Yeah. Well, the dude we had on. The dude
rocks
we had
don't last that long. You know, in the middle of the desert, rocks don't stand up that long.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's beyond my knowledge. But I'm pretty sure that the pyramids are super old, like older than people.
Yeah. Just
but
fuckery.
After that we have in AD 79, Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD, burying the city of Pompeii under lava and ash. The city was finally excavated centuries later, beginning in the 18th century. The European colonial aristocracy, whose members had fashioned themselves as intellectual and political heirs to ancient Rome, were scandalized by the hundreds of sexually explicit frescoes and sculptures found in the Mount Vesuvius ruins. So these dudes were exactly. These guys were just getting down. I mean, there was all sorts of porno sculptures. And what do we got here? This is circa 950. This is a tough word. Chandravarman began construction of the first 85 temples at Khajuraho in Madhya Pradesh, India in 950. These temples are known for extremely intricate and often sexually explicit sculptures that cover their outer walls. The sculptures later led Western scholars to the erroneous conclusion that Hinduism was a sexually uninhibited religion. Huh. Then it talks about some Roman Catholics, some other crap.
I found some evidence of
You got older porno? You got older porn, Jared?
From Vesuvio, from Pompeii. This guy was jerking off during the...
Oh, was that the dude that was caught in the actual lava? Like he got frozen in forever fapping. Gotta love it.
Forever fapping.
Yes.
That's, maybe years later they used that guy's statue.
Right.
Porn.
Jared, did you ever go to any kind of did they still have like porno theaters when you were growing up or anything? Because that was Did you ever go to any kind of jerk off theaters or anything? Because those things all disappeared. Like there's no smutty XXX movie theaters.
No, I've never been to one of those.
Man,
I think I was in a booth once, like at a bookstore with my wife.
Right. Dude, I remember.
What?
Go ahead, James.
Only a couple of times I ever went to like an actual porn shop, like was to buy whippets. They used to sell the cartridges.
Oh, dude, when they opened up the Lion's Den is like it's like a chain of porno
that's trucker heaven, dude.
Yeah, dude. They opened one up right outside of my town, and dude, we would go there all the time. Like,
did you get a locals discount?
No, but it was just like, dude, it was like this. It was really nice inside of there. But that was the first time.
When I was a young masturbator,
let's hear it.
There was no internet or anything like that, so we used to buy magazines, and there were tons of great magazines, but they're glossy. They're like $20 a piece for these magazines. Like I can't even remember the name of them, but we'd go to the bookstore, and my wife and I go. One time we saw a dude jerking off in the parking lot. That was pretty funny.
Oh, nice. The old parking lot jerk.
And he was whapping his dick on the steering wheel too, like calling it. Fuck you. You're not going to get cum. But he's reading magazines he just bought in that store.
Oh, dude, man. Well, I mean, that was Even when I was
I want
growing
to say
up,
hi, Mom and Dad, if you're listening. By the way.
I hope they are. They're the only two
I
listeners we
do
have.
too.
But nah, dude, we still had like I think it was in 4th grade. That was when everybody started passing around like porno pictures and stuff at school. Like you just have like folded up. Yeah, dude, it was definitely 4th grade, and yeah, man, like I just remember having like a bunch of folded up like Penthouse pages that I would just have hidden around my bedroom and stuff like that. You weren't even.
Sexy girlfriend.
It's like you weren't even jerking off at that point.
So many stories we could go into.
Dude, let's hear them all, Jared.
Are you done with your history of?
Oh yeah, that's all. It was a pretty crappy article, but yeah, I don't got much. I got tired of reading.
The first porn I ever saw was stumbled upon by accident.
Oh God.
Let's hear it.
Well, I don't want to tell it now because my dad might be listening.
Was it in the woods? No.
No,
It was out of their drawer.
It was right
yeah,
on.
pretty much. It was a mislabeled videotape.
Yeah.
The best.
It was called Funny Lady. I thought it was Barbara Streisand Funny Lady, but it was Deep Throat.
Man, Deep Throat. I never actually seen Deep Throat. That's like
you gotta. I was so young. I really hadn't hit puberty yet, so it was like, what is my boner doing there?
exactly.
You know?
You just these really painful boners. That's all you would get.
You don't know what to do.
No, dude, it's so much stress.
I remember being stuck in a hotel with on some stupid vacation, whatever, with my family, 16, 17, however old that would, I don't remember how old I was, but 11 or 12. And watching like those late night soft porn movies, like The Girls at Cherry High or something like that.
Oh, dude, that was definitely Skinemax,
and you
man.
watch a TV and you just get this rock hard boner. You're like, oh my God.
Yep.
What am I doing watching this? It's like a train wreck.
It is.
Don't take your eyes off.
Dude needs to get the Spice Channel. If you guys ever remember the Spice Channel.
Oh man.
Yeah.
They used to have
Was it on TV?
it was like it was like softcore porn basically. Like if you didn't have Showtime or anything like that, it was like I think it was Showtime used to show
Cinemax.
a little bit more. Yeah, Skinemax.
Skinemax.
Yeah. Well, you used to get the back in the day. Used to
your fucking faces. Yeah. Eat that cum.
I love how he says "eat that cum" at the end.
DirecTV had like dedicated channels
Oh, geez.
that were all X-rated.
Like-
There was no, if I remember correctly, there was no semen. Like all the the money shots were all taken out. They showed everything but the money shot.
Really?
At the end.
Dude, that's just leaving everybody hanging. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Barbara.
A bat.
You know what I'm saying? They could show anything except that. It's like, that's ridiculous.
Man.
Fucking cum receptacle bitches.
Wow.
Oh man.
That's some rough shit.
That is. That's Nick Milkman Manning, I think it
And
is.
boom goes the dynamite.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Is that Ben Shapiro?
It could be.
Man.
My hero, Ben Shapiro.
I don't think I've ever listened to Ben Shapiro talk once. Don't
Trying
think
to-
so.
I like him. He's not my
Like,
hero.
my first pornography stuff was like Easy Rider magazines, like these like Harley mags that would just have like topless chicks on them.
My dad used to have Hustler magazines.
Yeah.
Like hidden under his Playboys.
These
Yeah,
are
man.
dirtier.
Yeah, dude, because they show
So-
full beeve in the Hustlers.
I know, and it was
spread eagle.
By this time I had reached puberty, and that was far more attractive than Playboy soft light shit. But yeah, I remember that was like the first kind of porn that I utilized in my daily activities.
Yep. Dude, I used to also like. I remember, because I was a '90s kid, so like Pamela Anderson was like, dude, that was
Oh.
she was the dream. She was a dream back in the day when that
And
movie.
she had a porno tape out.
Oh,
well,
dude,
yeah, I was
with-
gonna say
with
that.
Tommy
That's
Lee.
what took
Dude.
the whole celebrity porno
Yes,
tape
yes, the Pam Anderson Tommy
phase.
Lee tape.
Yeah,
that
or
was
craze. I mean, it's still ongoing. I mean, that's
Yeah, man.
still. Well, now it's like my shit got hacked, but that was the beginning of that whole thing.
Yeah, hacked.
Yeah,
Jennifer
hacked,
Lawrence's butthole just shows up everywhere on the internet. Yeah, it got
Whoa.
hacked. Come on. Yeah, I don't believe that.
I
at
never
all.
saw Jennifer Lawrence.
Leaked by Harvey
Oh, it's on
Weinstein.
there, man. Just Google
I'm
it.
looking right now. Give me a second.
Jennifer Lawrence
Let me
butthole.
look.
Dude, there's tons of them. Yeah, it was when that whole quote unquote, they hacked the cloud. Some hackers
The
got in
Sony cloud.
Yeah,
Jennifer Lawrence butthole.
yeah, it's there. You'll find it.
It's just some other chick with her face on it.
Nah, man, I don't believe that. But yeah,
Nah,
well then there was
I
that
saw
whole
the-
there was that whole phase like with the whole like Paris
Yeah.
Hilton era and stuff like
man.
late like what was that early 2000s?
That's hot.
Like, oh dude, that was garbage, and then like all these chicks. Like what I just there's
nasty.
there's something with our culture. Like we repress sexuality, but at the same time like it's everywhere. But it's like they put it everywhere, but they say no, don't talk about this. Like it's so weird.
Okay, that's like totally mind fuck of identity politics. They tell you to be tolerant of these people, to accept them in, right? So you've got, not that there's anything wrong with this. I'm saying they're trying to widen the appeal of people who aren't like you. They're trying to get rid of cultural diversity.
Right. I just heard a thing this morning on the radio about Victoria's Secret advertising like transgender shit.
Right. Everyone wants to be in.
Yeah.
Socially in. It's like a social norm that they've adopted into the politics.
But I'm pissed that Victoria's Secret doesn't advertise to one-legged women.
What about white men? Who everyone seems to hate right now. I'm glad I'm
You
not.
can come up with anything. It's insane.
Yeah, dude,
I
that's
still haven't seen a
outrage
picture
culture.
of a butthole, by the way.
I'm still
Here,
trying.
I'll find it, Jer. Jeez. But yeah, man, it's just
Oh
crazy.
gosh.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
I
the
think
cultural appropriation.
I'm pro sex worker for sure. I think that prostitution and sex workers, it should all be legal.
Hey, man, selling is free and fucking is free. Why can't selling fucking be free? That's it.
Let me check. Zoom. Oh man, I can't even bring the window. Oh, that's totally it. 100%. Oh yeah, look at that. There we go. And this is what the rest of the podcast is going to be, guys.
Good Lord.
So this was an accident?
Yeah.
Accident.
Well, apparently all these pictures were in the cloud, and somebody
Yeah.
hacked the cloud and got all these
Wow.
pictures out.
Well, that is
Allegedly.
a possible
Oh,
thing.
look at her. She's got all that cum on her face right there.
No.
Yeah, scroll up right there, right in the middle. Boom. There it is. Just covered in it.
So what?
Yeah, it's not bad. Like
It's
when
good
did
for your
that
skin.
when did that start happening? Like do you think like anybody in like the 50s or 60s were getting cum down their face?
Yeah, but only over at John Carpenter's house.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't. I'm sure there were. I'm sure people have done it forever. It's one of those things I really never understand. I never understand why some guy would want to do it. It's just weird. I think it's
Yeah.
like a power thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, on the face, and that's just like a lot of work. It's like, if you time it just right when you're pulling it out, you don't have much time to say, okay, give me your face now. Like, I mean, it's just you got all that cleanup.
If your partner is like asking for it, that's different.
Oh, yeah. That's one of those porno things, though. Like, I don't think if all that shit was going on in porno, people wouldn't even be doing that. Like,
Where did this choking shit start? Where did
yeah, all these fetishes.
the hair pulling, the ass slapping, the throating, etc., etc.
It's too violent.
Ass to mouth. No one ever did that at home. And
No,
it was like
and it's like a regular thing now. Like what? This is
regular
nuts.
thing in movies or in your life.
No, in real life, that's what the kids do these days. They love eating ass. It's a thing.
You don't have that soundbite queued up.
Oh man, no.
Oh, Nomad? Yeah.
Where is he? No, of course I don't. I didn't even put it on the new board. But it might be right here. If this thing ever loads up.
Eating ass is a great thing.
There it is. Thank you, Nomad. It is a great thing. Oh man.
69, dude!
Oh, I got more story. I got another story.
Jerry, you share all the stories. I love it.
That's because I'm fucking old. That's why. So back when I was a teenager, still living at home, so under 18.
Okay.
There were no video stores yet, and there were like private video clubs. So they'd have an office in an office building with videotapes, like a video store, but limited selection, and it was mostly porn, like the top, whatever just came out. The latest. They didn't have DVDs on, but they still had VHS tapes, and I got to be friends with the dude who ran that place.
Oh, nice. Inside.
Yeah. So the deal was basically you buy. Now, when videotapes first came out, so this was after the whole beta VHS bullshit died down. Everyone had VHS. VHS tapes for new movies were anywhere from $80 to $200 to buy.
What?
Like when they
Are you serious?
They were outrageously.
That's insane.
High. So that's why the whole video rental thing became a thing, because it was too expensive for someone to buy a movie by themselves. So they but a store could buy a copy and rent it out 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no, I got you.
That's the VHS tape pricing by the industry caused the whole video rental business. That whole industry was because of the price of videotapes. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Absolutely. And then when DVDs came out, they came down to under $20, $30. I don't know. I've never bought one, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think DVDs were like $30 when they first came out. I want to say something like that.
Right. And I remember when Blockbuster first put in their DVD section.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you rent them for like $2 for the night, and
Yeah. Right.
Man.
Anyway, so this guy Dave, he was this fat fuck. I don't even remember what his last name was, but we became friends. Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot the story. So this place was a club. So you pay whatever to join, and then you buy a tape, and you come back and trade it for another one.
It's like Columbia House.
It's like a book club, a library.
Right.
So, I don't remember how I found out, but I found out that my dad was going there.
Oh man.
So anyway, I don't remember if I bought or stole a couple of movies from that place, but I had them. I hid them in the basement. We had a drop ceiling with tiles that you could lift up and hide shit up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I had all my porn up there.
Man, not bad.
No, I was. God, I don't remember how old I was.
Yeah, dude, it's all about finding a good hiding spot for the porno. Oh, Felix is coming. He just messaged me. He's on his way. And then he asked me to queue up the health segment and the tech segment. So he's got something.
No.
Yeah, health segment.
He knows what the show. He knows what the show's about today. So I think it's all going to be related.
I really think this needs to be the part of the image for tonight's show.
Putin riding.
Oh, was that the one? Yeah,
it's Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Aniston, like a horse.
Oh, it's Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
or Jennifer Lawrence, my bad.
Naked Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, B-Steak just posted that. Good old Bill. Oh man, that is great.
It's like Alex Jones on the horse, like shirtless. Yeah.
Did you see that meme in the meme channel about you thought Elf on a Shelf was bad or something like that?
Yes.
I don't think I saw it.
Dude, there's so many memes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if you guys are listening and you want to join our Discord channel, we literally have the best meme channel on the internet.
No doubt about it.
I'm gonna say it.
And no doubt. Most of all them to Facebook.
Yeah, there's hundreds, just hundreds daily that are in there. Thanks to Ryan from Kansas, Talamh.
Whatever trend is flying.
Oh,
Does he
dude,
not
it's
have a job? Is this some kind of like?
no, he's got a job. He's just really good at not working, I guess, slacking.
I think he's on meme like servers or something.
Yeah, he does. He's on a bunch of meme Discord servers that he curates, and then he makes memes.
Oh, it's so good.
It is.
And even some of the newest people that have joined are like just throwing awesome
dude.
Stuff in there.
Yeah, Jared, thanks for bringing Amanda Pomander over. She's
definitely
she's crushing it.
A great addition.
Crushing it in the meme channel.
Yeah.
I don't get any of her memes.
No, her Scottish memes make no sense to me.
Besides that, I watched a movie last night. I started to watch a movie last night on Netflix called Under the Skins with Scarlett Johansson. It's from...
It's older, right?
Yeah, 2009. I never heard of it, never saw it. She's apparently some kind of alien predator. She drops people into this liquid where they, I don't know, where their guts go away and all that's left is like the skin of them. And it was so disturbing I had to turn it off.
Wow.
But it took place in Scotland and I could not understand what those people were saying. I had to put the captions on. I felt so bad. I'm like, no, I'll try. Like 4 times. I can't understand a word in that whole sentence.
Oh, that's great.
You know what gets me as I was watching there's one on there. I mean, I've always heard it, but I never like put it together. But when you're watching like a British one or like even like James Bond, where they're always saying mum.
Yeah,
mom.
But it's ma'am.
Ma'am, yeah.
I'm like mum. I'm like I was thinking it was like some like ministry of something, like
Mom is also mom too.
Yeah, it's also mom. It's so weird. I had to look it up and I saw all the definitions for it. I'm like, God, it's insane.
It's not like that up in Cornwall.
Yeah, it depends on like what region you grew up in, and that's how you say it. Oh. Yeah, because I was watching this on there. It's called Bodyguard. And it's a
on Netflix
one.
On Netflix.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
Yeah, they keep trying to make me watch it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, dude, I've been flying through Penny Dreadful.
Oh, nice.
Did you check out Maniac?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's the one with what's his Jonah Hill?
And Jonah Hill, yeah. And and speaking or back
so Penny Dreadful, what do you think about that?
Well, I'm super into it right now, no doubt about it. Just from the whole like cryptid lore, vampiric aspect of it. But yeah, I mean, you got them all in there. You got Frankenstein, you got freaking vampires, you got werewolf, you got freaking
spiritualist,
spirit realms. Yeah, like I mean, it's very
Ava,
wild, demonic shit.
I don't know what Ava is.
Voodoo. Like I just got into the voodoo portion of it. With the witches. Yeah.
What is Ava? What is she?
Oh, dude, she's just a witchy occultist or something.
She's a witch.
Yeah, okay. She's got to be a witch.
I thought she was possessed for the first season or part of it, right?
I don't know, but when she lays,
dude, they were trying to like, yeah. They, at one point, they brought the priest in, and she bit her bit half the dude's face off.
Oh yeah, was that during the big like seance table or something? I only made it a couple episodes.
Well, they were at like it was towards the end of that season, yeah. And like it was. I think there's 3 seasons of it, and I'm on the 2nd season, like halfway through. I'm like at like episode 6, I think.
And the kid. The werewolf dude, he's someone's son, someone famous.
Oh, well, you know who he is, which I just put together like last night. He's the main dude in The Expanse.
The Expanse?
Yeah. He's like one of the.
No, he's not.
He's the pilot guy.
It's
I'm
not
pretty sure, dude.
Jake something. Jake Hartnell?
I swear that's him. I can hear his voice, and yeah, like
I don't remember his name.
Are you thinking Josh Hartnett? Is that
Josh Hartnett? Yeah, that's
is that who that is?
Yeah.
Ah, well then I'm wrong. My bad. Subtract my last statement from the record book.
Josh Hartnett, Ethan Chandler.
Okay, yeah, wow. Josh Hartnett.
The guy who played
Black Hawk Down and shit, right?
I don't know.
I think he was in that.
In The Expanse. There's
I got that wrong. Then The Expanse, unless I don't think that's him.
The guy played Jim Holden.
James Holden. Yeah.
His name is Steven Strait.
Okay, never mind.
Very interesting.
There's supposed to be a season 4 of The Expanse being worked on.
Yeah.
Which one's that? I don't think I ever watched that.
Space.
It's really
crazy.
What was the one where it was like these 5 people got their memories erased, and they're all criminals, and they're in a ship? Is that's not The Expanse? No, that's something.
No. Is it Ascension?
I don't remember. It was on Sci-Fi though. Black something maybe. I don't know. My brain's...
Oh, Black Orphan.
No,
No.
But I know what that is. But fuck it. That's all right.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I know what you're talking about. It was one of those shows that lasted like a season and a half.
Oh yeah.
Sci-Fi.
I got it.
Criminals on spaceship. We'll just do a
Caprica.
vague Dark Matter. No, it's called Dark Matter. Yeah.
Oh, Dark Matter was good.
Yeah, that only went on for 2 seasons.
Yeah, it got canceled. Like, why?
Yeah.
They canceled these bogus shows, but the Magicians is still going. I think.
Yeah, dude, The Magicians is awesome. And dude, I loved Eureka. When Eureka first that was such a great show.
January 23rd is the premiere of The Magician season 4.
Really? Oh, yeah. Nice. Right around the corner.
Yeah. Counterpart's going to be back again. That's a great show.
That's the one. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's... Can't remember that guy's name either.
Jake Simmons?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that bald dude.
Jay Jamerson.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Spider-Man, get in there.
Oh, speaking of R.I.P. Stan Lee. Man.
Stan Lee, yeah.
Lost a real one. But
his cameo in... What the hell was that movie I just watched?
Like every single one?
It was a bus driver. I think it was an
Spider-Man or something.
It was an Infinity War. It was really funny. It's like,
you guys are talking about Infinity War again?
Hey, what's up, Felix?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Stan Lee's
R.I.P. Stan Lee.
Cameo.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Dude, I got so triggered because there's these people on Twitter that were just going off they're like, well, he was like a racist and a sexist and all this shit, and no, don't shit on Stan Lee.
Because they know him so personally.
And a cartoonist.
Yeah, and an amazing cartoonist. Exactly.
I don't think he drew, was he?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he drew.
I thought that was just some of his part.
Jack Kirby. I know he worked with him, but
did you actually know his last name is like Leibowitz or something?
Yeah.
Huh. A little fun fact.
Yeah.
It was common for Jewish people to change their name in the show business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a showbiz thing.
I know. Mm-hmm. Even though the Jews owned Hollywood, I don't get that, but whatever. I guess the American public deal,
maybe in the comic book world it was bad.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I think it was I'm sorry. Well, so like anyone who is going to be public facing, like Hollywood people or authors, would not be looked on favorably with funky foreign names with skis at the end.
Who's that? Bob Dylan.
He's right. I forgot his name.
All the guys from Kiss, they were Jews.
You guys know what Elvis Presley's middle name was?
Aaron.
Banana.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
It was Aaron? Nice.
I couldn't tell you how it's spelled. Probably Aaron, I believe.
You
Felix,
got it.
Felix, what was your first porno that you found when you were
you got to
younger?
catch up on your porn stories.
Yeah.
I have to think back.
When's the first time you stuck your finger in a pussy?
Oh man, that was probably
You guys are
sophomore
raunchy.
year, sophomore year of high school, I think. Maybe junior, or maybe the summer in between. Somewhere around there. It was the middle of high school.
Sophomore year for me too.
It's the old stinky finger.
But a cowboy never tells it all.
No.
Yeah, it was stinky. Like,
Like what? Oh man, good old awkward sex, awkward teenage sex. I miss that. just good
I
times.
miss pretty much any kind of sex.
Dude,
I miss it all.
Dude, I don't know why. Like, I'm pretty sure I gave myself brain damage one time having sex, or something terrible happened. But I was pretty young, and I was fucking my girlfriend at the time, and I came once, and I kept going, and then I came again. But the second I did, I got like this like stabbing pain, like somebody jabbed a knife in the side of my head, like my brain exploded, and like I just curled up in a fetal position, and I was out for like 10 minutes. And then I just kind of shook it off and never got it checked out or anything.
She a succubus?
It was a coincidence.
Dude, it had to be, but it was weird.
It was endorphin overload.
It could have been.
It could have been like a past life memory coming through.
Maybe. Dude, it was
Like,
insane.
Her ancestor got stabbed in the head during sex.
Oh, maybe. I like that.
Jeez, and she was transferring it to your brain.
It could have been some kind of
It's called empathy. Endorphin empathy.
Super endorphin empathy. I like it. Man.
Super.
Yep, just folded up penthouse pages. Did you ever have that, Felix? Did you ever have the old?
I'm remembering Hustler magazines and just friends having them. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, passing them around at school.
Just
good times.
crinkly kind of pages.
Yeah, they were all crinkled just because they've been just folded up and passed around.
And cum soaked.
At that point, it wasn't even cum soaked. At that point,
It's like
it was just kids getting boners. That's all it was. Exactly, just like that.
Like boner grease.
Yes.
Boner grease.
Felix, you got some segments, you said?
Yeah, I thought I'd do a general health segment just to tell you guys how my health's gone.
Oh, okay.
Fucking Reed Mountains.
I'm like, are you still sick?
I want to bust down a door
You'll
and
see.
start eating your meat mountain.
Cruising with stay. Fucking Reed Mountains. Segment.
Eat your meat mountain. Grab a bite to eat while you're listening to this. It's good.
Yeah, get some burgers. Maybe a nice spread.
Maybe a nice spread.
Maybe some ribs.
Some ribs.
Ribs.
These are so good.
Health/food segment.
Oh,
I gotta have a meat mountain one of these
geez,
days.
definitely, man.
Cast all along the platter.
The most health conscious.
Conscious podcast all along the
Mouths full of cum.
Hold on.
fucking Reed
Before we start this, I just want to comment that that Bill, old beefsteak in the chat room, said freshman year was when he got his first stinky finger.
Jesus Christ!
So shout out to him.
Let's see. I was getting my license.
I had friends in 8th grade who told me they did too.
Dude, I know, right? What was up with that? But yeah,
Grade?
we'll round back.
Those
to
were
this.
the kids with mustaches, right?
We'll round back to middle school
Yeah.
We're
sex.
talking
All
about eating other things right now.
Yes.
I got a more vivid, innocent memory of my freshman year.
Okay.
Yes.
Being with a girl and her mom taking us to a county fair. And I remember Red Hot Chili Peppers' Scar Tissue was on the radio. It was like, Scar Tissue, Dad, I wish you. And she was in the front seat and I was in the back seat and we were like holding hands on the side of the in the car.
She was in the front and you were in the back. That's the best.
And we were holding hands and her mom was
You
drunk.
look up in the rear mirror at her, or the side mirror, so you can look at them.
So innocent.
See, I would just wink. I'd wink it at the mother and say, "The next baby."
You're next.
The subtle titillation.
Yes.
But I love how that like song was like tied to that moment. I remember.
Yes. Yeah.
Every
These
time you
things
hear
are
scar
ingrained in
tissue.
your brain,
Yes,
dude.
exactly.
Everybody's. Yeah.
Yep. So how you feeling, Felix?
I'm a lot better.
That's good.
I'm a lot better. It was something viral, and it wasn't strep throat.
Good.
And I think I never had a cough, and I really think that my throat really got ravaged, and my like vocal cords and my tonsils. And it was a whole month from like the end of September to probably like over a month.
Yeah, it was a while.
I missed the whole discussion about throat ravaging earlier.
Throat ravaging.
This is just innocent throat ravaging.
Yes.
But I was like looking at pictures online of kind of what happens to your throat when you get like infections and ulcers and things like that. And I'm pretty sure I had something where it really just damaged me, and it's just taken a long time to heal.
Oh man.
Been doing a lot of cough drops to like coat my throat, and
honey,
just regular old like lemony Halls, sugar free.
You should try some tea.
Ricola.
Tea with honey?
The honey will help.
Honey, I could do that. The recommendation I got from the clinic I went to, they like, from what I hear, is a lot of clinics they're really
the clinic.
They as a last ditch effort, they'll give you the antibiotics, but
the Z-Pack, the old Z-Pack.
Yeah, they want you to tough it out in general.
But that won't help. It won't kill a virus. It's senseless to take it. You kill shit in your body you don't need to for no reason.
And it's better to tough it out because then you grow your natural immunities.
Exactly.
Yeah, but just a month of that's like 1/12 of my year was just kind of crappy from sickness.
Man.
But the doctor did recommend this like magic mouthwash stuff, and I was actually going to go get it, and it's a mixture of some like liquid, not hydrogen peroxide, not that. It was like Malox and some other sort of something or other. You're supposed to like swish them in your mouth and gargle, and then it coats your throat really well. But I never did that because I couldn't find the Malox.
Oh,
Did this happen before or after the ravaging?
The throat always gets coated after the ravaging, Jared.
Post ravaging.
Yes.
So I still am feeling like a little like just a little dull pain in my throat. But I'm better, a lot better.
I'm happy. That's a beautiful thing. And you didn't take any medicine. So that's great.
But you shouldn't have been sick for a month. That's fucked up. There's something else going on.
Superbug.
You're not eating right. No, there's no superbug. It's bullshit.
Wisconsin.
You believed you had a superbug.
Something in the water.
Here's the thing. Like I was home by myself with my baby for like 2 weeks because I took 2 weeks off, and my wife is the person who brought it home. So it was like a superbug.
Oh, so it passed through the house?
No, I'm guessing it didn't like get inside her.
Maybe you got something else.
Weird.
I don't know what it was. Like phantom bug?
No. It could be nutrition. It could be a kidney stone. Who knows what it could be?
Talk to John Brisson.
I eat pretty well. I eat pretty well, and then after I started getting sick, I started eating a lot more healthy and started cutting out sugar, and it still persisted. I ate like oatmeal in the morning, and then I quit eating. I was eating like pancakes a lot in the morning, and I was like, this oatmeal thing's not even working because I was trying to get healthy and let it go away. So I'm like, I'm going back to the pancakes, and when I went back to the pancakes, then I started feeling better.
Have you ever been tested for Crohn's disease and or diverticulitis?
Neither. Was it diverticulitis? Is that like the bowel thing? My poops are pretty good.
No, it isn't bowels, but it's more like if you eat like tiny things will get caught in the lining of your intestines.
Well, this is more like congested, like in the lung area, and then tonsils got worked. They got ravaged.
Tuberculosis.
Could be.
I really don't know.
I hear leprosy's coming back.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
May as well.
Other thing I wanted to mention is that I know that you guys in the Grimerica chats, you guys were making fun of me because my wife makes turkey alternative stuff. She'll use turkey instead of regular beef.
Yeah, dude, you're talking about turkey burgers in there. You're a fool.
So she made turkey meatloaf the other night. It was good.
Dude, that's probably why you're getting sick.
You should not eat birds.
No, bird flu. Could have been it.
I don't eat birds.
I don't know. I love some chicken. I love chicken. Turkey though. Turkey's one of those things where it's just it's like a generic bird. It's real flavorless. Puts you to sleep. I mean, granted, it's really lean.
It's a ton of tryptophan.
Yeah, man. And dude, I'm selling so many turkeys right now.
The reason I don't, because they give them all that breast hormones to build up their breasts. I think that's what causes a lot of breast cancer.
It could cause a lot of just cancer in general. All those hormones. Definitely.
Right. I don't want to eat bird hormones.
Definitely. And I don't even trust it when it says like hormone free on it. I don't trust that one bit.
No, they pay for those labels. They don't actually have to adhere to them. They probably do, but who knows?
Alicia.
Organics
and one last indirect health topic I wanted to bring up is today I got home from work and I was taking a piece of cardboard outside, and then out of the corner of my eye there was in my like little alcove going into the entrance. Take a guess.
A gnome.
Leprechaun?
Close. A fairy.
Fairy?
It fly. Close. Yep, it's flying.
A butterfly.
A dragonfly. A dragonfly.
No.
I don't know, man.
Warmer with the owl.
A crow. Pigeon.
No, colder.
An eagle.
Not an eagle.
A bat.
A bat. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And it was like just like up in the top corner in the door, and I'm like, oh god.
Did you get a net?
And then so my mother-in-law was bringing my baby home, and I was like, I had to call her. I'm like, okay, I got to take care of this bat before you bring him to our house. And so she came in the other door, and she sat and watched him while I grabbed a yardstick and poked at the thing, and it started hissing. So it's like,
oh, what? A hissing bat?
It was hissing at me.
That's not hissing. It was echolocating.
Yeah. Something like that.
Weird.
So it's a high-pitched screech. It's horrible. It's like, oh, shut up.
Yeah. I was hating it. So I had like the storm door like open a crack, and I was poking it with this yardstick, and then eventually I flicked it off, and it was either sick or it was like half in like hibernation mode. So because it was just lying on its back and it was spreading its wings out. So then my mother-in-law just kept provoking me, saying like, oh, I'm gonna get my husband, he's got a gun. Like, I think she was just kidding, because her husband or my father-in-law is a big hunter guy.
Oh man.
And she's like, oh, you got to take care of it. You got a shovel. And I go, oh, yeah, I got a shovel. And so I ended up taking the shovel, or no, I went and got a little garden shovel and a donut box from donuts from this past weekend. And I shoved it into the donut boxes. It was like sprawling out, like spreading its wings out.
How big was it?
The wingspan's probably like 8 to 10 inches.
Oh man, little guy, but still, that's still bad.
Yeah, and then I put it in the donut box, and then put it in 2 different garbage bags, and then I squashed it to death.
Oh, you didn't just let it outside?
No, I kind of got forced to kill it. My mother-in-law made me, just to make it safe. I felt real icky about it.
She made you kill it.
Wow.
She just said, put it out of its misery. It seemed kind of sick.
It could have been if it was just hanging out inside by itself, maybe. Man. R.I.P.
You feel bad?
I'm a little bit. I feel a little bad, but that's all right.
I felt pretty icky about
Let's just take a moment of silence for that bat.
is buddy.
But
okay. That moment of silence didn't go too good.
As like a sort of health, like I didn't, like, because of rabies.
Ah. Because of rabies.
Was it foaming at the mouth?
Alleged rabies.
But it was hissing.
I think you just killed a vampire, and you're gonna have a whole group of vampires coming after you now.
Dude,
just think about that.
No, how many vampires are after you?
So many.
Oh, we didn't talk about Halloween. I wanted to bring up something about Halloween around here, and I want to see what you guys think.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't know a lot about that whole vampire stuff. Like, I mean, I know it's a thing. Yeah, but like, it's the ether.
And you betrayed us.
So you guys know Spy vs. Spy, the Mad magazine?
Oh yeah,
comic. So around my neighborhood, there were these 2 like adult people dressed up as spy versus spy, and these masks were like, they had these big masks that were actually like super pointy nosed, and their whole face is concealed, and they had the whole garb on with the like capes, and they had little computer bags filled with candy, and they were giving candy out to kids as they were passing.
Oh, weird. That's kind of cool,
Pretty
though.
sketch.
Yeah. Man. James, how did you take the kid trick or treating, Felix? The baby?
But wait. Oh yeah, my wife took him out, and he had a blast, and I stayed home and just handed out candy.
Right.
But just what I was thinking is like, these people don't want you to know where they live. That's all I could think.
Yeah, that's weird.
And they're doing something weird with their candy. It could have been totally innocent, and they were just having a LARP of it or whatever.
Yeah, spies handing out candy. Huh. Very interesting.
So there was the white one and the black one, and they were kind of like separate. They were like doing their own thing, going around town or around the block. And it seemed a little fishy.
A little fishy. James, how'd your trick-or-treating night go? Taking the kids out. Did you take the kids out?
Yeah.
Have a blast?
Yeah, man, it was fun.
What'd they dress up as? Fortnite characters?
Let's see.
Paw Patrol.
No.
Pound puppies?
Kylo Ren. Yeah, my youngest, he was Kylo Ren.
Oh, okay.
And my oldest, he was kind of like a Jason spin-off kind of thing.
Nice.
It was like a hockey mask thing, but it was like spattered in blood. It was like a last minute thing. He wanted to be like some Fortnite character.
Didn't you come up with a different name for it though? Like it was no,
Mason instead of Jason.
No.
Jason Mason.
I think I'm thinking of something else. Never mind.
Mason Jason. His name is Mason Jason.
Mason Jarhead.
Yes. No, it just like he wanted to be some character from this Fortnite game, but the mask he wanted was like $30. I'm like, no way.
No way, man. Yeah, not for something you're gonna use for one night. That's crazy.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's not like you're using it for a fortnight.
Oh, I see what you did there.
2 weeks.
Man.
Yes. Yeah, cool. But I mean, I don't know. We were out for about an hour and a half.
Were you guys like skipping around town or what?
No, actually, like it was raining in the beginning. It was like from like 6 to 8. So it was raining, and then we just held back like 20 minutes, and then it just stopped raining, and it was actually like the warmest it's been in like 4 years. Like one time it was snowing, the last few it's just so freaking cold and raining. But it worked out to be a pretty good night. And then I think what was going on, like parents were, well, you always have people coming from other towns, but this was like the street that we were on, like it was, we probably made about a mile or so, but like, going around the whole entire block, and like I think people were finding streets that were like super busy, and then they would just drop the kids off there. And that's kind of like, I mean, because there was cars, you'd see people just sitting in cars waiting for their kids, like. And I never noticed. I mean, I've gone to different neighborhoods going trick or treating, like a lot of us probably have. But this was a little more extreme, like because they probably didn't know if it was going to start downpouring any minute or something.
So like hustling.
Yeah, they were hustling, man. Yeah, and the little kids like were had way more energy than my oldest, my older son. He petered out like a half hour before everyone else. He's like, oh, I'm good. I'm like, you suck. Go get me some more candy.
Go get me some more candy.
Yeah, what the hell? I'm like, God damn, man up, dude. But I'm tired. Yeah, so it was fun though, man. We had a good time.
Man. So you guys want to hear some Bigfoot erotica?
Oh yeah, dude. I got a bunch of fun stories too. So what's up with Bigfoot erotica? I didn't look any of that up.
Dude, I just I want to give a boner alert right now, or a boner warning, because it's gonna happen.
Oh, dude.
This is from the book "Come for Bigfoot 11" by Virginia Wade.
Just think about Just think about baseball out there.
Yeah, think about baseball. Okay, I gotta take a drink of water. Get ready for this. This is a nice little long excerpt. Pretty hot too.
Hot take?
Dude, it's a hot take. Alright, here it comes. His lips nipped my neck, a tongue flicking out and wetting me. I squeezed my eyes shut, refusing to look at him. He nibbled on an earlobe, which sent a rush of tingles down my back. I didn't want to, but I lifted my leg a little, giving him a greater access to my pussy, which he took full advantage of by sliding his finger into the dampness. His thumb landed directly over my nub, rubbing the engorged lump while he drove in and out of my swollen folds. Oh no. It was mortifying that I had given in so easily. I didn't want to end up being some monster's concubine. I wished it didn't feel so good. No wonder Portia stayed in the forest for years. I recalled something that she said. They have orgies almost every night. Oh my God! Somewhere, there was an entire tribe of horny Sasquatches who knew exactly how to please women. Oh my, wow. Okay, now the Sasquatch's name is Pookie. Pookie suddenly slid, deep inside, spearing my 18-year-old pussy with a gigantic shaft. There wasn't any discomfort, only an incredible fullness, which after the shock wore off, slowed the threatening orgasm, pushed it aside momentarily. He'd taken his thumb off my clit, grasping my hip instead, and thrust into me from behind. Good girl, he rasped. He suddenly slid free, leaving wetness on my inner thighs. Then he gently pushed me to my stomach, straddling me, prodding my silken slit with the tip of his monster cock. He reamed me with solid, mind-blowing thrusts, driving inward and retreating. The sensation was something that large, was wildly stimulating. The pleasure was so intense, so thorough, the threatening orgasm materialized again, bringing with it an army of tingles. I thought about sliding my hand to my pussy, but it wasn't necessary. I buried my face into the pelt and shuddered, losing myself to intense contractions that sent my senses spiraling into a pool of liquid pleasure. Oh my fucking God! I voluntarily thrust my ass up, taking him in deeper. Oh shit! You like Pookie? You like me? He grated, sounding winded. His thrusts were harsher now, but there wasn't any pain. He slid effortlessly and combined fluids, or our combined fluids, allowing for ample lubrication. You my girl, my girl. He buried himself as far as he could, releasing a mighty river of semen that gushed between my thighs. Ugh! He drove in and out, enjoying every second of pleasure my pussy afforded, before pulling free and collapsing next to me. Exhausted and slightly chilled, I rolled into him, his arm going around me. I drifted into unconsciousness, not caring that I had to pee or that I was drenched in sticky jizz. A while later, the smell of fish grilling woke me. The cavern was warm from a roaring fire.
In her pussy.
In her pussy. And that's Bigfoot erotica, folks.
Wow!
So I suggest,
It was mildly disturbing.
Right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was hardcore. This needs an NSFW slapped on the front of it.
You did a really good job with the Bigfoot voice.
Oh, thank you.
Pookie.
Like Cookie Monster.
Dude, he was. That's where I grabbed my inspiration from. Definitely Cookie Monster. We just spiked in listeners during that too. Sweet.
I wonder why.
Oh.
Yeah, you brought it. You brought the glory hole, dude.
Check it out. What's going on in there?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man, Bigfoot erotica. So, yeah.
Is Ryan from Kansas out there?
I don't know. Ryan from Kansas seems to be everywhere. He's probably just curating memes right now. More than likely. But yeah, for all you that want to know, that was Come for Bigfoot 11 by Virginia Wade. So, pick it up. Pick up a copy.
It's like a book in a book?
Oh, that's a book, man. And it's book 11, so there's 10 others just floating around out there. At least.
Is there pictures?
Yeah, hold on, let me share screen. I'll bring it up. Wait, actually, no, not on this page. but there's plenty of them. It's just they're really nothing major. It's just a scantily clad woman on a cover in the forest. That's all it really
like
is.
Fabio.
Yeah, it's like
Hairy
Fabio.
Fabio.
Yeah, it's sort of like a Fabio cover. God, I wish there was hairy Bigfoot Fabios, just with long flowing blonde locks.
Hairbio.
Be a beautiful thing.
Sasquatchio.
I have a bunch of like.
Yeah, dude, let's share some stories. That was.
I got a bunch of crazy paranormal sexual encounter stories, which is pretty wild. Like this one's actually, you want to say true or true story? This lady in the UK, woman who falls in love with a ghost, now wants to have babies with him.
What?
So
is that even possible?
Hey, check this out. So a woman who turned her back on men to have sex with ghosts more than 11 years ago is now in a pretty serious relationship. And she revealed she hopes there may be a way for their pair to start a family. The UK-based Amethyst Realm. Her name's Amethyst. She's 30 years old. A spiritual guidance counselor claims to have sexual encounters with 20 different ghost lovers in the past 11 years. However, she recently met a special spectral figure during a trip to Australia, a ghost who may turn out to be her one true ghoul. One day, while I was walking through the bush, enjoying nature, I suddenly felt this incredible energy. I knew a new lover had arrived. Amethyst told New Idea, which is like a TV show or something, revealing details on a relationship. She said, although she can't see her ghostly lover, she is able to communicate with it and have sex. And despite the fact that she's not 100% sure if they are male, the connection between them, the two, is real. Amethyst said that the ghost had returned to the UK with her, and 6 months after they met.
I don't understand.
Whoa.
Guided.
Did Siri just kicked on?
That was Siri. I've never even used Siri in my life. That
Weird.
Was crazy. I started reading about sex ghost stories, and I don't understand. Who does, right?
Dude, nobody.
And despite Amethyst said that the ghost had returned to the UK with their 6 months they had met. They're still going strong, and she shared that she hopes that they might be able to take things even further. Pretty serious, in fact. They have been thinking about having a ghost baby. I know that sounds crazy, but I've been looking into it, and I don't think it's totally out of the question, she told the publication. Amethyst explained that she has a particular theory that the phenomenon phantom pregnancies are actually ghost babies trapped in human bodies. She believes some women can get
like immaculate conception. We talking here?
Yeah, dude. This is exactly the story
of
in
Christ.
The Bible.
Yeah, it's Jesus.
Yes. So she believes that some women can get impregnated by spirits, but because the human body and the mind can't process it, the pregnancy doesn't go to term. I'm sure there's a way around that. I just haven't worked it out yet, she says. During a previous interview with ITV's This Morning, Amethyst revealed she no longer has romantic relationships with earthbound men. Although she has always been able to communicate with ghosts, she described her first paranormal sexual encounter as unexpected. She felt a presence in her home that she had just moved into with her then fiance 10 years ago. While her fiance was away, she decided to pursue things further. And dressed in a saucy negligee to entice the ghost, who she says went on to have sex with her. It was kind of like a weight. I felt a pressure on my thighs. At the same time, physical breath and stroking, she explained. Asked by a curious Holly Willoughby whether whether the encounter led to an orgasm. She said, yes, for me. She described she was cheating when the ghost apparently showed its physical form to him, something which she herself had never seen. I think it was in love with me too, and it wanted me to end my relationship. She told the co-host, Amethyst, who says she now has no interest in men, revealed that she's hoping to find a special ghost to settle down with after dating several spirits over the past 10 years. A stunned Philip and Holly wondered how the spiritual guidance counselor could tell her ghost lovers apart. You can always feel the difference. It's the same with different humans that have different energies. Once you go ghost, you never go back. That's what the co-host said.
Wow.
Amethyst says her relationship with her first ghost lasted for 3 years before eventually petering out. Oh man, she said, yeah, it's about 20 of them, and that's a pretty wild story.
Yeah,
and you know they're all shooting blanks.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, 20.
Receptacle bitch.
Jesus.
Dude, I read part of it in another interview with her that it said the first encounter with the one guy was on an airplane, and then she had to go in the bathroom and have sex with it. She didn't want to get intimate in her seat.
That's fucked
Mile
up.
High Club with Bigfoot.
Yeah, exactly. It was a Mile High Club, dude.
Fucking ghosts. That's so weird, man. That's like ghosts. And you know, people are banging ghosts. People are banging Bigfoot. They're banging aliens. Like, what's going on here?
They're all demons.
It could be. Everything really what it could be.
Well, that was my next. I had the seven most sexually deviant characters in folklore.
Ooh.
Wait, can I tell my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
man.
for it.
I believe you got fucked by a ghost or something.
Yeah.
My story has no ghosts, no Bigfoots. It's just pure love.
Oh,
Pure
let's
love.
hear it. I like it.
Pure love with a twist. Like what's the word I'm looking for? Like not an ontological. Is ontological? Is it like meaning of life?
I don't know. You're not talking to a smart guy here. I'm not a smart guy.
Come on, smart guys. I thought this was the Smart Guys podcast.
This is the Smart Guys podcast.
Smart guy would need to be mountain. I don't know about you.
Yeah, dude.
Cruising with smart guys.
Just cruising with smart guys. You remember the show Smart Guy with what was it, TJ Mowry or something? He was Tia and Tamara's little brother.
Very familiar. Yeah, I think I remember that.
That was totally
spin-off.
a thing. It was totally a thing.
Spin-off.
Yeah, it was a spinoff. He was a genius.
It just spinned off so far that people just forgot about it.
That's exactly what happens with those things.
Okay, so this has like a little bit of meaning to it, and I think it was on another podcast I heard it. It might have been like that moth storytelling podcast, and I found a little write-up about it because I remember it being so good because it had these just elements to it that were very kind of cosmological, you could say. So the girl, her name's Jana, and she's an astronomer. She's living in San Francisco, and she's doing work somewhere in Berkeley or something or other. And she goes and visits this coffee shop every once in a while, and she meets this guy, and his name's Warren. But at the beginning, I'm missing something here, actually. In the beginning, she kind of talks. She sets it up and tells a story and talks about her as being an astronomer and thinking about the finiteness of the universe and how, there's got to be an end to it. And she talks about a couple different theories, like if you keep going straight out of the Milky Way, you'll eventually, if you think the universe is finite, you leave the Milky Way and then you reach a new planet, and the new planet's actually Earth again.
Oh, so like
she
Pac-Man?
talks about it. Kind of like that, like it just repeats, or there's just an end to it. Or it's just like she can the analog to it is like if you go straight on Earth and you keep going straight, you're going to end up where you started. just because you're within the limits of the round Earth. And I feel like this is a theme that we always talk about on this show. We talk about Mobius strips a lot.
All the time.
Mistake, right?
Yeah, that's basically what the entire purpose of starting this podcast is about.
Definitely Mobius.
Yeah.
So we all know what a Mobius strip is. Jerry, can you explain what a Mobius strip is to us?
It's a loop, but it's got a twist in the middle, so you can walk along the outside of it forever.
Okay. So she brings it up and says the Mobius strip and thinks about it like a theory, saying that if you leave the Earth and you have a left-handed glove, that eventually you'll return to Earth and it'll be a right-handed glove. And she says that, and that's how she kind of prefaces the whole story. So back into it, she's at the coffee shop, runs into this guy Warren, and he's kind of a like salt of the earth kind of guy, and very you could say hopeless romantic, kind of like Grimstake.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of lives by the, the seat of his pants, and he's kind of a musician, and he's kind of, he never has had a lease on an apartment, doesn't know how to drive. And she's, an astronomer and has gone to school and like almost has her PhD. And he's a musician, and she kind of falls for him. And she mentions here that he writes songs like, Daddy was a drunk, Daddy was a singer, Daddy was a drunken singer, murdered in a flop house, broken drunk. Just to kind of give you a feel for the kind of guy he was.
If my kids wrote about me.
Hi, Sean.
So the story's going to last for another like 5 minutes here, so please don't interrupt me. So he says, hey, can I move in with you? She ends up letting him move in with her. She didn't think it was a good idea at first, but he somehow convinced her, so he moved in with her. They're falling for each other. And then he says, hey, let's move. Or she was going to actually move to London. This guy was actually from like Manchester, and she said he had like this real Manchester accent, and she said it almost sounded kind of like a Irish brogue or something or other. And he actually doesn't like London because maybe in London they don't like people from Manchester or something. So he feels like an outcast. So she's moving to London to get some sort of astronomy gig. She goes there, and he's like, I really don't want to go, but I'll go for love. So they go there. They live in London for a while, and it gets real hard for them. And he just talks about the weather and how it's always raining there, and they just come to their wits' end with each other. And she says that another friend of theirs wrote a song with some cryptic lyrics that she really thought was about her relationship with this Warren guy. And the lyrics go like this. And she's like, I know he was talking about us. Remember, she's an astronomer. And these are lyrics from a friend's song that she thinks is about their relationship and how it's going to end. So the lyrics go, we'll just play this one out until it explodes into 1,000 tiny pieces. What's your story, universe? You are melody, you are numbers, you are shapes, and you are rhythms. So they end up breaking up, and they both like go to a bus station, and they go on their way, and they're just done with each other. She like continues doing astronomy stuff in London, but then ends up flying back to San Francisco just to go back there and maybe live there or something or other. And they run into each other again, and it's just like this. There's this like electricity between them again, and it's like, they went to other ends of the earth, and they just somehow come back to each other, kind of thinking back to that like Mobius strip idea. So they fall for each other again, and he's like, all right, I guess I'm going with you wherever you go. And I think they go back to London or something. And a year or two or a couple years later, they're having a baby. This is like the twist. They got a baby. They have a baby, and they're in the hospital. This is where it gets good. They have a baby, right? Okay. In a hospital, and the doctor or whoever comes in running in like, oh my gosh, and he has an X-ray in his hand, and she's super concerned. But the doctor's like all up in arms, like, oh my God, this is crazy. She goes, your son, his heart is on the right side. And he doesn't mean the correct side. He doesn't mean the left side. He means my son's heart is on the right side. And all I can think she says in this terrifying moment is, get Warren, get her guy. And the resident says, your son has dextrocardia with situs inversus. All his organs are on the opposite side.
What?
So this is like just a special condition that like 1 in a zillion get.
Weird.
Where all their organs are on the other side.
It's like an inverted dude.
Yeah, like that.
Sounds like a fucking demon to me, bro.
Inside out boy. No.
So she just ties it in with, the coincidence of the universe and how things just wrap around and how they meet up again and they end up having a son who's just perfect but backwards, or perfect but his organs are all on the opposite side kind of thing. And that was kind of the end of it. But this is how she ends it. She says,
wait, does he like shit out his dick or something though?
No. This is how she ends it. I think they put it better here. So she says, the husband says, yeah, he's perfect. Even though he's all flipped. And she says, and now our 8-year-old son is a perfectly formed mirror image of the more conventional human anatomy, a very rare and unlikely alignment. It's as though Warren and I took our left-handed code on a Mobius strip around the universe and brought back this right-handed boy. And that boy, as intense and spirited as his father, is like a living testament to the incredibly improbable trip that we're on.
Oh, man.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, because everything's... Wow.
You're fired.
Man. It was a good, that one like stuck with me. I was like, that's a good... Just the way she presented it was really good.
Yeah, man. And it's all those crazy odds of them just meeting up over and over again, then the crazy odds of them having such an abnormal child.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Wait, what is it called again? Look this up. This is not made up. Invitus, what?
I don't know.
Invertus
Titus.
Invertus Maximus.
Oh yeah. Okay. It's dextrocardia is I think the heart part, and then the situs inversus.
That's
just wild.
So got it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Where do we go from there, guys?
I got my performance. If you want me to do my performance,
what do you think? Performance or you got another?
Oh yeah. Go ahead, and then I got some stuff that can take up some time after that for sure.
Sweet.
Okay. I haven't done any original songs on here. I thought I'd do an original song.
Oh,
nice.
Sweet.
I've been doing cover songs.
Well, your voice is back.
Yeah, and my voice is back. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Not that it was like bad or anything, but I mean, your head's clear.
Throat's clear.
Yes.
My head's clear.
I like your chances.
My spirit's clear. So yeah, you want to test out some levels? Is Sean Shameless here?
I think Sean Shameless. Nah, he just left.
He bounced, but I'm sure
he was in the car. Yeah, he was on his way home.
Okay.
Yeah, car phone.
He's probably like, oh my god, Detrus invertus. Situs invertus.
That's what I have.
It might have scarred him. He probably started pooping out of his dick.
Yeah,
That's nasty.
He's got the inside out.
Inside
syndrome. Out boy. Is this coming through?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? How about voice combo?
Maybe guitar a little bit more.
I can always give you a little bit more.
On my end, I don't know.
In your ear hole. There you go.
There you go, dude. Yeah.
It's a handsome sound.
Feeling it?
Live radio. Grimerica.ca/FM.
Woo.
Okay, you guys want to mute down? This is a live song called Shakespeare Sonnets.
Oh, nice.
You all ready for this? This is original. And it's about kind of like unrequited love kind of story stuff with kind of cool lyrics. If you think they're cool. Here we go. Didn't what's his face on THC? The higher side chats just had that Alan Green guy on.
He did.
with the Shakespeare's mystery.
Yes, he did.
Oh, that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
They still need to bust that thing open.
We talk about that afterwards.
Okay.
But this is my original song called Shakespeare Sonnets. Sort of about Shakespeare Sonnets. A lot about unrequited love. Think if I sit here long enough, fixed to this green, brown, blue spot on earth, approximately your 2000th year. Anno Domini, Anno Domini, my hot drink would turn cold, my hot drink would turn cold, my hot drink would turn cold, my hot drink would turn cold. Dream sequence, dream sequence, dream sequence. She'd eventually roll by on her bicycle, on her bicycle, on her bicycle. Basket, no, green, brown, blue, green, brown, blue, green, brown, blue. Camouflage chameleon, baby. Woke up this morning, feeling around for my shoes. Think if I hired a million monkeys, let them mash away on some typewriters, they'd eventually write all of Shakespeare's sonnets. Maybe then you'd love me, maybe then you'd love me. Me and my monkey, get funky. Go and get funky now. Get funky, get funky, get funky. Dream sequence, dream sequence, dream sequence. You'd eventually roll by on your bicycle, on your bicycle, on your bicycle. Basket, no, green, brown, blue, green, brown, blue, green, brown, blue. Mother Nature's songbirds chirping. Woke up this morning, feeling around for my shoes. I love you up to the sky. 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 Dream sequence. As you were counting sheep, I rolled by on some comic relief. I rolled by on a tricycle, on a tricycle, on a tricycle. Basket, no, milk and honey, milk and honey, milk and honey. To be or not to be, that is the question, baby. Woke up this morning, and all my blues was dead and gone. Is it me, or does America have boatloads of talent? Woo, woo.
Beautiful.
Dude. Most excellent.
Most excellent, Felix. Shakespeare Sonic, what album could that be found on?
That's on volume 2. and it's going to be on my newer album too, just like a remake of it.
That's not mixtape haikus, is it?
No, it's like volume 2. That's from like 2000.
Oh yeah, I think I have volume 2 on here.
It's like 10 years ago.
10 years.
Thanks, man. That was awesome.
Jams.
Yeah, I used to. Their lyric in there, I switched it up. I went from. I used to say, approximately your 2010th year.
Yeah.
I switch it up to 2000 instead, just to kind of. So it doesn't sound like 2010.
Right.
But I just say 2000.
Man. Dead air.
It's all original.
It's all original. Original Felix.
OG.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh yeah, dropping fucking loads all over your fucking faces. Yeah, eat that cum.
Oh, that's just my new favorite soundbite.
Wow.
Did you get that on like OBDM Patreon?
No, yeah, that's a total OBDM sound drop.
Did you borrow it?
No, that's free online. That's Nick Milkman Manning. He's a porn star. You can find those anywhere.
That was like a Howard Stern flashback. Look, all over your glasses.
Is Howard Stern still on the radio?
I don't know.
He's on Sirius.
Yeah, he probably does satellite or something.
I was just listening to him today.
Really? You listen to Stern? Dude, I used to listen to Man Cow. But that's because that was what was on around in the Chicago area.
Thing, yeah. I mean, it's Stern. I mean, it's just, we have Sirius in the car. So
Man Cow was fucking awful.
Yeah.
Man Cow.
From what I heard. Yeah.
Oh. Did you get Man Cow up there, Felix, in Wisconsin?
Yeah, but I don't think I ever listened to it. I remember just hearing the radio promos for it.
Yeah, the only time I listened, I worked a construction job for like 6 months, and all the dudes listened to Man Cow in the morning. So that's kind of that was just what I was listening to.
Forced.
Yeah, exactly. Being just like a laborer, I don't have much choice.
Was pre podcast?
Oh man, this was 12 years ago, 13 years ago. So
dude, there was a time when there's a radio show here that they moved to Chicago for like a year. It was right when Stern went off the air, and all these stations freed up. These time slots in the morning, and the station from here, the show is called Rover's Morning Glory. And they had moved to Chicago, and they did the show for about a year there. They ended up moving back, and they're still on the air here. Wow. It's a crazy show. Well, it used to be like they made their name by doing these crazy on-air stunts and shit. This dude Dieter would do all these crazy fucking stunts all the time. Like they're probably archived on YouTube or something, but yeah, they're still going strong.
Yeah.
What was their gimmick?
I just Howard Sternish, shock jock kind of shit. But they were definitely more like out there.
Were they like payola, like pay for play?
No. Their stuff was original. Like they really blew up because of they did this whole thing that was called Dare Dieter, and they would just come up with the craziest shit. Like, just I don't even. I'm trying to remember. Like this, it reminded me of something out of Home Alone or something. Like just glass breaking, like tons of crazy shit. That just violent stuff, like via radio, which is hard to imagine, but because some of it I think was overblown, some of it was real. Dude, one time they put him in a drum, like a 55-gallon drum, and like roll him down a hill, and it like fucked his back all up and shit. Yeah, it was.
Did they have like a mic attached to it, or they just? Like,
yeah, it was insane, dude. Like all this stuff is probably out there for sure. Like, but the whole Dare
Morning Glory, Rover Morning Glories,
Rover's Morning Glory. Exactly what you think and how it sounds. Yeah. It's a morning wood for sure, but yeah, they're still going. I heard that this morning too because I took my son to school. It's still on the air, man.
But they got like dentures now.
No. Just they're they've been on the air for like 10, 12, 13 years. I think they started in 2003 in the Cleveland area, and it just grew from there. Like, and they were still going.
Man, they probably got some real like ergonomic chairs. They're going there.
They had a casting couch. They were doing a live feed. They probably still do it, but you know how now everyone says like they have a podcast. Like even like the sports show that I listen to, you can listen to it on via podcast. Like
yeah, everything's on
that's
demand.
always kind of weird too. Like
on demand.
Yeah,
man. Jerry, you you worked a little bit in the porno industry, yeah?
No.
Or was it hobby? Was it hobby work?
it was hobby work.
Hobby Lobby.
It was a filmographer.
You did something. I want to know. I want to know.
I took pictures of
stunt cock.
I was a fluffer.
Oh, you were the
No. I was a photographer.
Don't sound like a queer nothing, but you got a sweet ass.
What's some of the coolest?
I did tell you, I had a funny story. Yeah, I was taking pictures of a woman who I didn't know, standing above her on a bed while she was toying herself, right?
Toying.
And with a big toy, like a glass dildo.
Oh, nice glass.
I got like 5-10 pictures off, and then I see what looked to me like chocolate sauce under her ass.
Oh, it wasn't chocolate, Jerry.
I know.
It was Nutella.
It was Nutella. God.
Yeah, that was good times.
Now, do you have to tell her about that? Say, there's a little.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
So you're ruining the shot. You got a little poo.
Photoshop it.
No, it wasn't shit.
Oh, it wasn't?
Oh, she started her cycle.
Oh, that okay. I'm with you.
That kind of brown.
Yeah.
Raspberry jam.
Well, it was dark.
The dark red brown.
It looked like chocolate sauce from where I was standing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like chocolate rain.
Hershey's.
Chocolate rain.
How old were you guys when you how old were you guys when you first got your Red Wings?
Oh, jeez.
Never.
20s.
Oh,
Yeah.
Never, Jerry.
No, never.
Oh man.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, later on, like 20.
That's gross. That's gross to me.
That's when you're like hammered and you're like, whatever.
I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, man.
Jerry's keeping it biblical.
Biblical. Let's
Any
get
other time,
biblical.
tasty dish, you know.
Come on. Sometimes you just get a little crazy.
Oh man, I got some stuff.
Let's hear it, James.
Yeah, I mean, I got. Let's see here. Oh.
You guys still vaping?
Still vaping.
Yeah.
Better than smoking.
You're not afraid of those explosive batteries?
I don't. I think that's a
Dude,
myth.
that's so 2015.
Yeah, I think the chunky ketchup says beefsteak.
Oh.
Chunky ketchup.
It's gross.
Yeah, right. It's gross in all the right ways.
No, it's gross in no way.
You gotta tap you gotta hit the 57.
The Heinz 57, you gotta tap it.
30 degree angle.
It's just what, like ketchup and Worcestershire sauce.
Yes. What do you got, James? I see you trying to
how
read.
Worcestershire sauce is made.
The 7 most sexually deviant creatures in folklore.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. So so basically it goes, human history is rife with monsters, devils, and things that go bump in the night. It also has its fair share of things that go hump in the night. And let's be reasonable. Sexual terror is real and a powerful thing.
Oh man.
A monster is ever so slightly scarier if it violates you in the same way. And maybe that's what people are thinking about when they crafted this handful of ghouls who aren't content to just hide under your bed or stab you at summer camp. They want to give you the bad touch and make you feel worse about yourself.
I just came up with something. The spectral rectal spectral.
Oh, believe me, that's what there's a lot of that going on here. So number 7 is a creature known as the names of these creatures, it's hard for me to pronounce, but I can read the stories. Okay, so it's a Lideric. It's a Liderc. So Lideric. Yeah. So from Hungary, where they have too much time for putting details into their perverted monsters, comes the Lideric. Is it a giant winged hamster? You wish. The origins of the Lideric is the most complicated trail of bullshit anywhere imagined. First, you get a black chicken, maybe a little black chicken, and the story isn't too clear. You then take its egg and warm it either in a pile of actual horseshit or just your armpit. When the egg hatches, the Lideric is born. Where did the chicken go? We don't know. The Lideric, however, will now proceed to fuck you with your mind literally before fucking you. It will take on the appearance of a long dead relative or lover. This is the part of the story that I wish offered more details, because generally they go on to say how it comes back every night to bone you, and you start wasting away to death as it humps you and sucks your blood and sits on your chest so you can't breathe, and that kind of inconsiderate monster stuff. But for real, as a relative, like, did someone's grandma do this to them once? You hatch this egg and it looks like grandma, and now she keeps coming back to pork you to death. There's a lot wrong with this story, a whole lot. Anyways, regardless of what you think the Lideric looks like, some stories say it looks like a chicken leg and it keeps hidden in its pants. So you don't get wise to how this dead sex partner of yours may not be all the same. It'll keep coming back either until you're dead or you find a way to distract it. How do you distract it? Random household chores. Keep up after the rest of your natural life, and this will be okay. Then there's number 6, though. Papobawa. Papobawa.
Is that the Papabua?
Papobawa? Yes. There you go. Cracked has this is all on Cracked. Shared a story of the Papobawa with you before, because what's self-respecting about it is it's a one-eyed buggerst goblin, basically like the one-eyed purple people eater. You imagine that type of guy. So, and not to tell people about it in a nutshell, that's who and what the Papobawa is. It's a monster who shows up when you're asleep and slips you the high hard one in the back door. Somehow, even more bizarre is how apparently he tells you that you better tell people about it or else he's coming back to do it again. So start gossiping. What you may not know, that this isn't some story from the Dark Ages when a mud farmer and a poop farmer would meet in the middle of a field, sit down to lunch on some mushrooms and despair and spin yarns about why their asses hurt so much. This thing wasn't born until the 1960s and has been reported in the news and the BBC as late as 2001. The news legitimately reports on outbreaks of this ass-blasting monster in Tasmania. That's why 24-hour news networks don't help society better itself. How do you defend against a Papobawa? What does it want? You could try to never fall asleep, as some villagers do. As for what it wants, your ass. It wants to be inside your ass. And then it wants to tell your friends. Then it wants you to tell your friends that last night a small 1-8 band plowed your ass like a field of cassava. And that's why this monster is so terrifying. It has no part 2 to its plan. It just wants to bugger you and then enjoy you knowing you told a friend. Number 5, Asmodeus. Asmodeus is
Asmodeus?
This hardcore Asmodeus? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. This hardcore perv in the world of ancient belief. He's a full-on prince of hell. And that means ultra satanic levels of dickery. As the demon of lust must the most old school thought blamed on any perverse sexual thoughts and desires. You know, anything that doesn't involve a man and a woman prowling for 120 seconds as they make a baby. So, Asmodeus, it's not all old school, though, as I found a site that blames him for Hollywood, the internet, and the media in general. One merely has to watch Wolf Blitzer's salacious ass for 5 minutes to know this is true. Other sites blame this demon for the existence of homosexuality, so it is best to avoid the Christian fundamentalists when researching hornballs from mythology. In most texts, Asmodeus is seen as an overseer of women and going to great lengths to ensure that she never gets laid. In the book of Tobit, he kills 7 successive husbands of a woman named Sarah before they can consummate their marriages because of Asmodeus.
He's the OG Terminator.
No doubt, dude. Just killing off timelines because of Amadeus and the spirit of the diabolical cock blocking in the most extreme way. Yeah. Somewhere in the Talmud, it suggests that Asmodeus is such a shit is because his father was Adam, as in the first guy ever. And while Adam and Eve were on a break, the angel of prostitution came to him and boned him, and their baby was Asmodeus, meaning he's half succubus and half the guy who ever saw one other woman in his entire life. That's the recipe for wicked stew of semen demented sexuality.
Man,
that's great. Number 4, the Tokolosi. The Tokolosi. Okay, like the Papabawa, the Tokolosi wants to debauch people in their sleep, which is apparently just huge. Which was apparently just a huge cultural fear in these parts of the world. Not that North Americans aren't afraid of an invasion of sexual assault, but we generally blame those things on actual creeps wearing ski masks, not dwarves who have one buttock and a penis so long they have to sling it over their shoulder like an old hose. As a side, how does one buttock work? Where's the asshole? ? Putting it aside,
what's this website you're reading from?
Cracked.
Okay.
Website called Cracked. 7 most sexually deviant creatures in folklore. And putting aside its mysterious pooper, the Tongoloski haunts the southern parts of Africa. A little fellow about 3 foot in height is said to break into your house and give you AIDS. Is it not the shittiest monster you ever heard of? He has AIDS. Imagine how the entire legend of Bigfoot would be so much weirder if just for no good reason he also had herpes.
You guys remember that Robert Guffey book, Camp Camelio?
No.
And the guy that they were gang
doesn't ring a
stalking?
bell.
So it was this. Some people were gang stalking this guy, this army dude who went AWOL with like night vision goggles, allegedly.
Oh.
And they were harassing him electronically and with drugs and whatnot. But he kept seeing these midgets come into his house, these crazy little weird things. I'm just wondering, maybe these people are...
That's the Tongoloskis. Yeah.
What would... If you could make people think that you're being injected with AIDS by some little midget dude when it's really like a scientist trying to come up with a vaccine... and they're just using you as a test. You know what I'm saying? I can totally see that happening.
He said on the upside, the way to fight back against these Tulsi is to prop your bed up on some bricks because, he's short. If the little guy has to put effort into his sexual assault, he's just not going to do it.
Oh, man.
Number 3 is the Pontianak. The Pontianak. The Pontianak is an Indonesian monster that deserves special recognition thanks to the city of Pontianak, which is the capital of West Kalimantan, which has a population of 500,000 or so. Over half of the million people in this town named after the monster that eats dicks. This is some hardcore shit. And it wasn't even an accident or coincidence. Or the monster being named after the town. Oh no, they named the town for a dick muncher because legend has it its founder saw a Pontiac at the spot where the palace was built, or palace would be built, and then thought, well, not eating giggleberries if I drop a palace on your head. It went ahead with construction. So as you gathered from that colorful intro, the Pontiac eats your wiener. This doesn't happen all willy-nilly, mind you. It's not like you're at a 7-Eleven and you feel a rustling near your groin and you look down and suddenly there's a goblin there treating your junk like the Big League Chew.
I don't know about this author.
The Pontiac appears as a beautiful woman on the road when you travel. Grim, this is what you saw. On the road when you're traveling. It's a lady in white with long dark hair. If you'd ever seen the Japanese horror movies, yeah, like The Ring, that's what you were seeing. Like this like white gown with the black hair. Yeah. So if you ever seen that, you'd be running in fear. But this creature was from a simpler time. She's the spirit of a woman who died while pregnant and is none too happy about that fact. And if she's in particularly sour, and if she's in a particularly sour mood, she'll seduce you, then rip out your insides before indulging aforementioned cock gobbling. If it helps you sleep better at night, it doesn't always eat your goods. Sometimes it just rips them off with your bare hands. However, it will suck your eyes out.
Suck your eyes out?
In order to prevent this unfortunate fate on yourself, you may want to avoid hot hitchhikers in general.
It was a cock gobbling.
It's not an option.
Yeah.
Apparently, you can jam a nail into the base of the Potnick's head, which will stop her from turning into a ghoulish form. She has a ghoulish form, by the way, and make her into a good wife. In this case, you're the kind of guy who barely survives a destructive genitalia attack by a roadside monster.
Oh, James is getting a phone call.
Hello.
Yeah,
hello.
And by eating a roadside monster, and thinks, how can I marry this beast? So there's two more. Number 2, the Chewy. This isn't.
It looks like the CwS.
Oh, you found the article?
Oh, dude, I'm on it. Let me read.
You want to finish the last 2?
Yeah, dude, I'll finish
it in your
second
voice. Okay, go for it.
The CwS is a Hindu succubus, so that has to be fun, since the Hindu religion is pretty much the coolest one in the world from a creative standpoint. I'm not trying to besmirch Jesus here, but compare Jesus to Ganesh. One's an unkept carpenter.
Are you trying to besmirch Jesus?
No, it's the writer of this article. The other is a magical elephant man. Was Christianity even trying? Like any good succubus, the CwS wants you dead because reasons. Its parents never loved it. It has a chemical imbalance. It played too many video games. I don't know. Point is, it's going to bone you good, and you're going to suffer for it because the CwS is an expert fellatiator. Oh, so it's really good at sucking dick, and is somehow able to literally suck your life out through your chubbins. There's not much else there to learn about the CwS, but really, what else do you need to know? They steal your life force from your doing. That's some kind of lady. And the last one
Pretty
is
dumb.
this is number 1, the Encantado. It looks kind of like a dolphin. The Encantado.
Did it say from your dong?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
From
your
your
life
dong.
force from your dong.
Yeah. The Encantado comes from Brazil, the place where waxing yourself bald was invented. So expect this to be weird. And it is weird. The Encantado is a river dolphin, which they actually have in Brazil, that lives in an underwater land of paradise where there's no pain or death, and will occasionally surface in the world to take on human form. Why leave paradise to hang out in Brazil? All that sweet Brazilian ass, my friends. Having witnessed a Brazilian breach or two in my day, I can fully understand where these supernatural dolphins are coming from. They appear as humans and have pretty much 3 things going for them. They're built like Roman gods, they want to hit it 24/7, and they love to party. They're by far the coolest monsters in the history of folklore. Who the hell wants to deal with shitty chupacabra when you have the the Andrew WK? Oh, sex dolphin down in Brazil. In human form, God, I hate this writer so much. In human form, the Encantado is the coolest person at the party. You can pick one out in the crowd because if it tries to leave, everyone freaks out and tries to make him stay. Also, he'll be wearing a hat to cover his blowhole. Fun fact, when he shapeshifts back into a dolphin, he'll still be wearing the hat. The story just keeps getting better. The downside to this party and hunt machine is that they haven't mastered tact just yet, and will sometimes fall in love with their human partners and kidnap them. The weird part is that locals in Brazil seem to feel this is a bad thing, as if spending forever in paradise with shape-shifting magical sex dolphins is a hardship or whatever. Strange country Brazil is. Yeah, that's the end of that article. And I'm gonna reiterate, I don't like this writer, but there they are.
It's the funny shit.
We could just make one up ourselves.
We could.
Basically, that's all that's going on.
All right, there's a creature from
Magical sex doll.
Let's play this clip from Stanley in Infinity War right now, though.
Ooh, cool.
Even though it looks like it's mainly video. But we got some audio here. So you got Spider-Man looking out the bus window. He's freaking out. He taps his fat Asian friend.
Yeah, we want to see it.
Hold on. Oh, okay, I'm sharing screen. Share screen. It's gonna be over by the time I get there. And you got Spider-Man jumping out a window. Everybody's jumping out of windows. And there's Stanley.
Driving a bus.
Haven't you ever seen a spaceship?
Haven't you ever seen a spaceship before? All right,
He just broke down the fourth wall.
Yeah, he did. That's what he does.
He's a pro.
Good stuff. Man. We got anything else, guys?
69, dude.
69 dudes. Where's that at?
Yeah, you had it.
69 dudes!
There it is. There it is. We got anything else to cover, guys? Let's you know what? I kind of want to read one alien abduction story. Somebody who had sex.
More of that Bigfoot erotica. That was good.
Oh man, I gotta find more great clips. You know, you gotta go through a lot of trash to find a good section.
There's like 5 volumes of that come for Bigfoot.
Oh, dude,
I used to get my hair cut at Great Clips.
Great Clips.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this guy. His name was Men Zhigao. He was a logger in China's Heilongjiang province. Was hard at work at the Red Flag logging camp in 1994 when he spied a mysterious metallic shimmering on a nearby mountainside. Suspecting that it was a downed helicopter, he set out to investigate, hoping to collect scrap metal. But when he came to the wreckage, something hit him in the head. He blacked out. When he regained consciousness, he was initially confused and unable to communicate. He had also developed an irrational fear of iron. Later at home, when he was in bed, Meng woke up to find himself levitating. An alien woman appeared. She was 3 meters, 10 foot tall, with 12 fingers and braided leg hair. She straddled him, and they had sex for 40 minutes while floating in the air. It was an experience which left Meng with a jagged scar 5 centimeters long. About a month later, Meng woke up to find himself levitating again, this time floating through a ceiling into a waiting spaceship hovering overhead. In an interview with the Huffington Post, he said he spoke with the aliens within. They said in Chinese, but with a heavy accent, so it's hard for me to understand at first, that they were refugees. Like me, they wanted to escape their former lives, so they left their dying home. He asked to see the woman with whom he'd had sex with, was told it was impossible. However, the aliens told him, in 60 years on a distant planet, the son of a Chinese peasant will be born. They also told him that he would see his child one day, but they didn't give him details. Meng gained notoriety as the first Chinese person to have sex with an alien, although his account has gathered mixed reaction from general public and the China's ufologist community. In the end, university professor offered him a job maintaining a boiler, blah blah blah. Just nonsense.
Chinese peasant, also known as a chesant.
A chesant. I like that. What is this one?
Why isn't it a chinzant?
This is Pamela Stonebrook. Pamela Stonebrook is from Los Angeles, and she's a professional jazz singer who has had a number of erotic encounters with a shape-shifting alien reptile. During her first encounter in 1993, she woke up one night aboard an alien spaceship. On this short metallic table were these 4 little girls. She said in an interview on something.com, they were very frail like grays, but they had wispy hair, almost like chemotherapy hair. They ran over to me and grabbed my arms and started calling me mommy. I lost it. During her first sexual encounter with her alien lover, he initially appeared as a handsome, well-built, blonde human. It was not until mid-coitus that something changed. All of a sudden, the energy felt totally different. It felt aggressive, and the entity felt bigger. Bigger than the person who was inside of me, she explained. Her lover dropped his facade and revealed himself as a reptilian alien, but Stonebrook was beyond caring. The telepathic communication was so intense and sensual and emotional. It was everything you could want to feel, to be able to surrender in a sexual experience. It was almost like every cell in your body was having an orgasm. It had a kind of playful, kind of bad boy attitude. It was kind of sly, slick. It's really hard to explain, but it was definitely in control. Stonebrook wrote about her experience in a book called Experience, a jazz singer's true account of extraterrestrial contact. Later, she felt an article in the New York Post misrepresented her intent and made it seem like she was only going to talk about sex. In an open letter to the ufological community, Stonebrook admitted that reptilians are not a politically correct species in the UFO community, and to admit having sex with one, much less enjoying it, is beyond the pale as far as more conservative members of that community are concerned. However, she also claimed that despite sensationalist elements, her book could bridge the gap between UFO watching community and the mainstream media. I think it's just a lot of people. I think it's just, I don't know.
Those last 2 are crazy.
People having sex with aliens. I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's also that lore of like being just always, not every. I'm not going to say everyone, but you
having
always
children?
hear of these abductions and being probed. There's always like this,
Yeah, man, and people like meeting their children later and stuff.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's weird stuff. Stuff.
There's I got one more on the woo. It's just it's an article. It's from Reddit, and this one is what you're about to hear actually happened. It's a lucid dream to an ethereal sex experience. So Friday, October 30th, I got my child up and ready for school like any other day. He left for school. I went back to bed and fell asleep. I had a dream where I was doing a Sumerian ritual in the local wooded area. Nothing was unusual about the dream for me until I was grabbed by someone. The dream switched to me waking up on the floor of a van, and I was driven around by an unseen male. Like there was someone in the dreamscape. He wanted to take me. At this point, I took control of the dream. Then I flew out of the vehicle. It changed into an out-of-body experience after that. I was in my bed, unable to move. But the unseen man was there. I tried to sit up. He pushed me down, holding my wrist, and turned my head with an extra arm so I could not see him. He wasn't violent, but aggressive enough to send a message, "You're not going anywhere." He rubbed his pelvis against mine. Boing.
He's a masher.
Yeah, causing a very pleasurable tingle. He started touching me with his hands, that making me tingle so hard I was vibrating. Boing. If I tried to move or touch him back, he would pin me back down again. After I finally slipped out from under him, I tried to get a look, but he was stubborn and not to let me see him. All I caught was his shadowy limbs. I floated up, but he wasn't satisfied because he pressed me against the ceiling and started again. Eventually, I was brought down to the bed and put back into my body. It was nearly 11 a.m. when I woke up. And that's her crazy story, out-of-body sexual experience by an entity.
Weird, wild stuff, man.
And some people in here are saying like incubus type situation.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be incubus, succubus, succubies.
So there's nothing paranormal here. You just need to get some real sex. That's all, to get rid of those vivid dreams.
Pretty much.
Just a dream. I don't know what's so paranormal about it. Yeah,
it's what it all comes down to. It is. It's really all just demons.
Yeah, it's demon. Hashtag it's a demon.
Man.
Oh.
Well, yeah, guys. So we got anything to wrap this up on? This was
just
a
a
good
condom.
show. Nailed it.
69, dudes! I'm poop casting.
Oh, Sean's here. Right when we're gonna wrap up the show, Mr. I'm late.
I could see some stink. I could see some stink lines.
I see a bunch of stink lines.
Giving me the vapors.
You've been flying? Where? What do you mean you've been flying? Where'd you come in at? From?
I flew from Seattle to San Jose. Just
Yeah?
off the plane about an hour and a half ago.
What were you doing in Seattle?
Visiting my grandmother-in-law.
Oh, good times.
A lot of fun.
Nice.
Spent the weekend up there.
So the fires aren't touching you?
No, we've had some pretty close ones though. And my entire area was all smoked out from the fires up north in Butte and Paradise. And some friends of ours, actually, some mutual friends, probably lost some family, let alone property up there.
Wow.
The place where my brother was staying over the summer for work is completely burned to the ground. And a lot of my friends from high school that moved that way, they lost their houses too. It's pretty bad.
Wow. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
It's an epidemic.
Yeah, it's all
Southern
Trump's.
California's
It's
on
all
fire,
Trump's
too.
fault too.
Totally.
Ah, fucking retard. I mean, I try not to get involved in the mix and just go whatever. But when you say something as stupid as we're not maintaining our forest, fuck you. It's a federal forest, you dumb shit.
You're fired.
You're fired.
All I hear are hens clucking.
Hens clucking. Exactly. Oh, where's that soundbite at? Hey, Sean. Before we wrap this show up, what was your first porno experience? Like when was the first time you saw porn? Was it like playground style, like paper cutouts?
No, I think I was about 4, 5, and my brothers broke into my dad's stash, so it was like big hairy muff porn, which I'm really partial to.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Nice.
Isn't it interesting how we've grown proclivities to the early porn we experienced?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just going to be a whole world of hairy pussies going forward for the millennials. There's
this one scene. Have you ever seen Deep Throat?
Have I ever?
Yeah, okay. You know the whole Coca-Cola scene with the test tube and straw?
I mean, you're going a little deep. I might have fast-forwarded through that one.
I forget what happened, but there's this chick who's smoking a cigarette and she's sitting back and some guy's eating her pussy. Shut up.
Linda Lawless.
Is it Linda Lawless? Yeah. So just that whole scene where she was like smoking on the kitchen table with her pants down, getting eaten out. That is just burned in my mind.
So iconic.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, that's great.
Something I've done many times.
Here, oh, yeah. I know you're not a smoker, but can you just smoke this cigarette while I eat your pussy?
We're role playing tonight, honey.
Yes.
Now tonight, the G spot's in the back of your throat.
tonsil spot.
Oh, I love it. It's the T spot. Yeah. So yeah, porn, very young age. I mean, that explains a lot about me, I guess.
Yeah. You know, I just kind of embrace being a degenerate. You know, it's something I've lived with forever. Just a pervy degenerate.
Why is that degenerative?
I'm just a deviant.
Well, maybe according to society standards. To my standards, it's not.
What the fuck does society standards have to do with anything?
Yeah.
I mean, if we went by society standards, you should be locked up anyways.
That is true.
All of us in this room, except for Cliff.
Yeah, Cliff Wall. He's a good boy.
Yeah, he's the only sane one among us.
Pseudo James.
Right in the pussy.
We are all generally good boys. I mean,
that is true. That is true.
Yeah, man. I mean, in the last 20 years, been with 2 women. I've been married now for I've been with my wife now for
we were talking about
a long time, dude. Like 15 years, something like that.
Damn.
I mean, and then I was in a pretty long relationship before that, maybe like 6 years. So I mean, I'm not a man whore at all.
Bless your heart, James.
Yeah, I am. I'm a lover, dude. Yeah, I try to be.
You're Polish.
Don't talk to her right now, so she, but in general, yeah, deep down, yeah, I care. I care about the ladies. That's why I do this show, for the ladies.
Do it for the ladies.
Yeah, man.
That's the whole reason.
Yeah.
For the ladies.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, yeah, it's cool that we do have female participants. I hope they don't get too disgusted out by this episode. I hope it just makes you laugh, because the type of woman that's drawn to this show will laugh for sure. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun.
Hell
episode
Good
69.
time tonight. Episode 69.
Episode 69.
So yeah, big shout outs to
So far in such a short amount of time. I'm really proud of you.
there it is. Shout out to Grimerica. Shout out to OBDM on the stream. We'll give them a shout out.
Shout out to Slightly Sober, who plugs you guys needlessly.
Yeah, Slightly Sober, which needs to get on an RSS feed, or I'm never going to listen to an episode of that.
Hey,
I love throwing on the stream.
There. I should be a side project. You should sponsor me.
Side project.
Everybody should listen to the stream. Our good buddy Adam Loyal from Cat in the Box with Jess and Sayus. But Adam is the basically producer of the Grimerica stream at this point. And shout out to him, man, because it's a lot of work. And
Adam Loyal is?
Yes, he basically sets up and
he's got to put Nox Mente on the stream.
Oh, you just got to remind him. We just need the RSS feed and we're good to go. But which I'm sure you can find. But yeah, man, it's an awesome listen. Like, there's also like contributed transitions and sound breaks, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on. It's still all happening there, and it's a lot of fun to be on with such a great group of people. And I'm glad they have us for sure.
Yep, Felix, you're muted.
Oh. And this guy, yeah, man, dude, thanks for that OG jam midway through the show.
Yeah.
Where can they find your works, dude?
Just go to sirfelix.bandcamp.com.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah. And awesome. Jerry, where can everybody find Nox Mente?
At noxmente.com.
Awesome. Sean, what the hell are you doing? You want to plug something this last minute, even though you showed up at the last minute?
Fuck yeah.
Sean, you still
shit, buddy. Slightly Sober on right now. We're lame and we're on the the SoundCloud, but we will be moving on to an RSS feed near you in coming months.
Woo.
Excellent.
Are you still at
feminism and controversial terms, ideas, and topics?
Heck yeah, let's get racist.
You the man.
Jesus. Are you still at Are you still at hamsterdance.com?
I am at hamsterdance.com.
/slightly sober /
Excellent.
drugs. Hail yourself.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Grimstake.com/donate. You want to send us a little donation along? That'd be cool.
Click
I mean,
the
it's
button.
probably if you get any value, which I doubt it. But yeah, we got that. Follow us on Twitter. Come to our
Hey, do you have a
Discord.
PO box so I can send you all my used sex toys?
Sure.
No, man.
Yes.
Cool.
But we should. That's a good idea. And only if they're used. Only if they're used.
Felix, what's that? What's our Canadian PO box? What is that?
I wouldn't even know. It's like THT.
Yeah, it's something crazy.
Yeah.
I've got a letter.
Just send it there, and then it'll be received.
The Grimerica.ca / contact.
Contact.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, send all used sex toys to Darren at Grimerica.
definitely.
He appreciates them.
All right, guys.
He
Thanks
likes
for
them if they're
listening.
red.
This is another episode of Cruise Mistake. Have a great night. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Have fun, guys. Talk to you soon.
Think if I sit here long enough, fixed to this green, brown, blue spot on Earth, approximately 2,000 years. Ain't no Domini, ain't no Domini. My hot drink would turn cold, my hot drink would turn cold, my hot drink would turn cold. Dream sequence, dream sequence, dream sequence. She'd eventually roll by on her bicycle, on her bicycle, on her bicycle. Basket and all. Green, brown, blue, green, brown, blue, green, brown, blue. Camouflage chameleon, baby. Woke up this morning, feeling around for my shoes. Think if I hired a million monkeys and let them mash away on some typewriters, they'd eventually write all of Shakespeare's sonnets. Maybe then you'd love me, maybe then you'd love me. Me and my monkey, get funky. Go and get funky now. Get funky. Get funky. Dream sequence. Dream sequence. Dream sequence. You'd eventually roll by on your bicycle. On your bicycle. On your bicycle. Basket and all. Green, brown, blue. Green, brown, blue. Green, brown, blue. Mother Nature's songbirds chirping. Woke up this morning, feeling around for my shoes. I love you up to the sky. 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 Dream sequence. As you were counting sheep, I rolled by on some comic relief. I rolled by on a tricycle, on a tricycle, on a tricycle. Basket and all. Milk and honey, milk and honey, milk and honey. To be or not to be, that is the question, baby. Woke up this morning, and all my blues was dead and gone. Bye.